Hey, Seekers, what's happening? So I went last night and I saw the movie Am I Racist? And to my surprise, lo and behold, I'm a racist. And if you're white, if you are a white person, you are racist. You're racist. You're inherently racist. And you really have to do something about it. You really have to step outside of your bubble, step outside of your comfort zone, and you really need to just acknowledge your white privilege, and acknowledge that you have opportunities handed to you because of your skin color that no one else does. Any other race just does not have access to. So do what you need to do, but get rid of your white privilege, which I guess you can't technically get rid of your white privilege because it's inherent. So I guess you can just try to, some of the suggestions were to smile. This woman was saying she tries to go out of her way to smile at black people. It's just like complete reverse racism. It's crazy how these people think. But my thoughts on the movie, I thought it was really, really well done. I thought it was funny. I laughed out loud several times. It wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be, but it was good, right? Like, it was really good. I think Matt Walsh is hilarious in it. I think he's actually a good actor. But some of the questions I have are like, how did he get his camera crew in there to record these things? And some of the people were mic'd up. They had microphones and stuff. So it means they knew they were being recorded, but did they not know it was Matt's team? Did they set it up as, hey, we want to record this? And then Matt just kind of was with that crew that offered to record it, but they didn't say that he was part of the crew or whatever. Like, there's a part where he's attending a dinner with some people. I think it's called race dinner or something. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, it just seems like the setups are kind of weird. And then it was talking about some of the fees they had to pay to get some of these people to talk in the documentary. And it's like one girl got $50,000 just to, she was literally on there for like maybe a minute, 2 minutes. That's it. So again, it was good. I think it's definitely worth going and watching. And some people are saying, oh, but the Daily Wire, that's supporting the Daily Wire. Look, I get it. All right. I don't like Ben Shapiro. I did cancel my subscription to the Daily Wire when he lost his mind over Israel and completely went batshit crazy. However, that's not really the fault of Matt Walsh. That's not really the fault of Candace Owens, who was there. Not the fault of Brett Cooper. I disagree with Matt Walsh an awful lot, but I still like him, right? I would still sit down. I would still break bread with Matt Walsh, even though there are some things that I absolutely disagree with him on. We can do that. But Ben Shapiro lost his mind and basically was like, hey, if you're not on my side, F you, and Matt Walsh doesn't really like. Matt Walsh, I believe, would still have the discussions with people and be level-headed about it. I just don't feel like Ben is. And since Ben is the head of Daily Wire, that's why I canceled my subscription. So Brett Cooper, I love Brett Cooper. I think she's awesome. She's hilarious. And like I said, Matt Walsh, Candace Owens was with them, and then she left over the Israel thing. So, just that kind of stuff made me cancel that subscription. But I still, Matt was a producer, executive producer of the documentary, and I want to support him, but I also want to support the message. The message is important to me. So yeah, I did give money to, by proxy to the Daily Wire, but I'm more about supporting Matt Walsh and supporting the message that he's trying to get out there, because I think it's an important message for a lot of people to see, because it just kind of puts it into perspective what they're really trying to do. And I just find it funny that most of these books about, getting rid of your racism and all this stuff are from white people. That's just, the irony is just mind blowing. The lady that has like one of the top selling books of all time in that area, I can't remember the name of it. White something. I can't remember, but I remember there are people that I know that are in business that read this book and they were like, they changed their policies in their company after reading this book. And I'm just like, wow, and this lady is white. So there was a funny part where Matt Walsh brings over a black kid, Ben, I think his name was, and he sits him down and he's like, I want to apologize. Well, he had the lady apologize first for, being white and all this. And then Matt gave his apology and then gave him reparations, handed him some money, and then basically guilt tripped her to where she got up and she got some money and gave him some money as well. It was hilarious. It was just so funny because it's like, they talk about reparations. And Matt was like, well, why wait for the system to do it? She's like, the system is never going to do it when I can take the money out of my own pocket and give reparations right now. Why should I wait? And it was just, the whole setup was funny. Like, I just really liked the way he did that. So here's the trailer for the movie really quick so you can check that out.
Let's be clear what's happening in this country. It's Nazism. Republicans are Nazis. You cannot separate yourselves from the bad white people.
Growing up in the 90s, I never thought much about race. Sure, you noticed, but never really seemed to matter that much, at least not to me.
Being a white, straight, cisgender man, it's the top of the pile.
I'm on the top of the pile. That's me. Am I racist?
I would really appreciate it if you left.
I'm trying to learn. I'm on this journey.
Can you please leave?
If I'm going to sort this out, I need to go deeper undercover. If I want to be an ally, I need to look like one.
What is racism?
Martin Luther King said not to judge people by
Martin Luther King said a lot of stuff.
Is America inherently racist?
What the hell is that?
The word inherent is challenging there. America is racist to its bones. All of the...
So inherently.
Yeah.
The entire system has to burn. And I'm not going to even use save this country. This country is not worth saving. This country is a piece of shit.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
They gonna say I'm racist.
Joining us now is Matt, certified DEI expert.
Here's my certification. Where are you guys on your anti-racist journeys? So I'll look around the room and point to who we believe is the most racist person in the room. We want to rename the George Washington Monument to the George Floyd Monument. Would you mind signing it? You will? What do you think about this issue of heteronormativity and how it intersects with the broader structures of racism in society?
They gonna say I'm racist.
What's up with white people? What are you doing to decenter your whiteness?
Who's making it the center? Why are they doing that?
And what you're doing is you're stretching out of your whiteness. This is more for you in this field. White.
Folks.
White.
Trash. White supremacy. White woman. White boy.
White.
Entitlement.
White.
Centering.
White.
Silence.
Is there a black person around here?
There's a black person right here. Does he not exist?
They gonna say I'm racist, but they call everybody racist.
Hi, Robin.
Hi. And what's your name?
I'm Matt.
Matt. Hi,
Yeah.
Matt.
Nice to meet you.
I just had to ask who you are because you have to be careful.
Never be too careful.
They gonna say you racist, but they call everybody racist.
So that's the trailer. And again, it just shows you that the left really focuses on identity politics. They really focus on division. And they say that they're the party of inclusion, that they're the party of, acceptance, inclusion, and just kumbaya. This world has to come together and we have to be, whatever this thing is that they think we're going to be by getting rid of racism and getting rid of sexism and misogyny and all this other stuff. But listen to this. This is a video of all Democrats, okay? All Democrats inciting physical violence.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Do something
about your dad's immigration practices, you feckless.
When they go low, we kick.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right.
I thought he should have punched him in the face. So even if you lost, he insulted your wife.
Yes.
He came down the escalator and called Mexicans rapists and murderers. He said, well, what do you think I should have done? I said, I think you should have punched him in the face and then gotten out of the race. You would have been a hero.
I'd like to punch him in the face. I said if we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
Punch some people in the face!
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump, and that's a fact.
Look, as his character is stabbed to death.
Where is John Wilkes Booth when you need him?
This way. That's it right there.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
A Missouri state senator is under investigation by the Secret Service after saying she hopes President Trump is assassinated.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
And sadly, the domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that this isn't, they're not going to let up, and they should not.
If you think we're rallying now, you ain't seen nothing yet.
So those are the people that are saying, we are the party of inclusion and love, and we just have to lift people up. And I want to create an opportunity economy. Like, do you really? You're basically saying you only want to create an opportunity economy for people that agree with you, because she's not wanting to create an opportunity economy for you and me. She's not going to do that for anybody on the side she doesn't agree with, because we're extremists. We're MAGA extremists. I'm not MAGA, but I'm just, saying what she says, lumping us all together. If you support Trump, if you are a Republican right now, you're pretty much MAGA to her. So you are an extremist. So they push this narrative, and then they wonder why Trump has 2 failed assassination attempts. Yeah, now the guy that just the other day didn't actually fire, but he was waiting. Trump was on the hole just before he would have got to the guy in the next hole. He was there in the bushes with his gun out, ready. So had they not seen him and Trump went to that hole, we may be having a different conversation, just as if he wouldn't have turned his head. And I know some of you are like, it was all staged. It was staged. I just don't buy that narrative. I don't buy that narrative. So, yeah, I think it was staged by the CIA or somebody like that, because it's just kind of weird too that both of these people, the guy from the other day and Thomas Crooks, were both in BlackRock commercials. Do you think that that's a coincidence that they were both in BlackRock commercials? I don't think so. So maybe we need to be looking into BlackRock. Look for anybody that's in those commercials, find them, and be like, hey, the FBI is busy going to people's doors for posting on social media, but are they going to the doors of all the people that are in a BlackRock commercial that two of them already have attempted assassinations on Donald Trump? No, they're not going there. So I don't know. It's just so out of control. It's so crazy. And it just keeps further dividing us. And I have found I can have conversations until I'm blue in the face with my friends on the right. I can tell them, I could tell them that I believe in socialism and I want to bring in all this other stuff. They might say, yeah, I don't believe in that, but they're not going to walk away and be like, F you and all this other stuff. Never had that happen. I literally have people that are friends of mine on the left, and you cannot talk to them about anything. You can't. Because they just shut it down. They shut down the conversation. I don't want to talk about it. And they get angry. So I don't know. I just feel like they have done such a good job dividing us. We're so divided. And I hope that a Trump presidency, a successful presidency, where they actually go in, they drain the swamp, and RFK Jr. is able to implement some of the things he's wanting to do, and they actually drain the swamp. Tulsi Gabbard is like the Secretary of State, and she's able to rein in the military and stop these endless wars, stop these regime change wars. We could be a completely different country. And Democrats and Republicans alike, if they saw that, if they saw something positive, maybe they'd get on board. Will it happen? I have no idea. But you know what? This one time, other than 2012 when I had faith in Ron Paul, but I saw what the system did. They destroyed him. I have faith in this time. I'm going to put my faith in it this one time. And if it doesn't happen, well, then we're still going to do the Purple Revolution, but it's going to go into hyperdrive after this election if we don't get our way. And it's what's needed. So, and just to say what the Purple Revolution is, just in case the FBI, CIA, NHS, DHS, and all them are listening, it's just a revolution to leave the two-party system. So pull your panties out of your butthole. We're not talking about violence. We're talking about peaceful revolution and leaving the two-party system and not giving them any more of our money, not giving them any more of our support, and not supporting the candidate that they tell us we have to support. The two candidates that we get a choice of, we're no longer going to support their candidates. Even if they're a good candidate, even if they are good, we're going to say, hey, whatever their name is, we will support you, but not in that party. You got to move to this party. If you don't move to this party, you're not getting our vote. Period. Not getting any of our financial support, not getting any of our support in general, not getting us to talk about you, to even acknowledge you if you're in the two-party duopoly stranglehold. So that's what we got to do. And that's what we will do. But right now, I'm going to have faith in this coalition. That's what I'm going to do. So I got to get my driver's license for Colorado. I get that in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then I will register to vote, and I will be voting for Donald Trump. But I'm actually voting for Donald, RFK Jr., and Tulsi, and draining the swamp. I'm voting for the economy. I'm voting for the things that he's proposing. Not everything, because some of it I don't agree with. Some of it is batshit crazy, but I digress. All right. So you guys, thank you so much. Go see Am I Racist? It's good. Remember, you're not supporting the Daily Wire. You're supporting the message, and you're supporting Matt Walsh if you like Matt Walsh. If you don't like Matt Walsh, don't go. Totally fine. But I recommend it. I enjoyed it. So thanks, you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.